chat with EffortlessAPI and what we're doing. So I'm going to start here in an Airtable that I have already built. I live in a small community. We have 2 horses here and we have to take care of the horses. So I want to build a small app to assign shifts so that the horses are being taken care of in the morning and the evening of every day. We have a tab with members, just people who will support those tasks and who will go to the horses. And they can be admins, they're active, they have shifts assigned to them. And then we have 14 shifts. So 1 morning, 1 evening shift for each day of the week. We have a default member assigned to every shift, and then a bit more details here for each member. And then the shifts are being assigned here. This is all like dummy data, and I just assigned a few exemplary shifts. I can expect our app that we're going to build to schedule these shifts and then figure out what kind of shift it is. So it's if this is a Sunday, then we would have 1 Sunday morning and 1 Sunday evening shift schedule later, and then the default member comes from the shifts. But then once they can't do it, they'll have to look for a substitute, and then if another member signs up, then that member will replace the default member as the member that's currently in charge. Then we have a few just the tasks that have to be done with the horses, some messages that ideally the admin can communicate, and then these are effortless bases tables that we'll need in the process. All right, so next we'll go to our platform, Effortless Bases. I'm going to create a new base. This is called Horse Duty. Put in the Airtable base ID, and then we need a personal access token. You can create them here. I have already created one, so I'll just put it in. It's looking for these 2 tables I just showed you. If they weren't there, it would just create it, so you don't really have to worry about that. Going to register the base, and what this does, it basically takes the Airtable and mirrors all the business rules that we gathered in the Airtable and puts them in a Postgres database. So basically, we're gluing together the Airtable functionality with a SOC 2 compliant Postgres database. All right, here we go. I'm just going to copy. Okay, here we are. The settings here is the database. It's adding tables, and then it's adding, for each table, it's adding a view. So all the calculated fields, the lookups, the rollups, they end up in the view. So you can see there's 1 view for each table, and we're validating if all the formulas were built. And same with the functions. There's 1 function for each calculated field, and usually they're like 1-line functions. All right, so now I'm going to go to Visual Studio and put in the connection string. All right, here we are. So this is what I built with 1 prompt. There's a schedule. You can toggle through it. Okay. Those are the messages, the tasks. You can add some icons. Here it's built. It's like a mock login. If I log in as an admin, unless I think it was the admin, it like shows me my shift that have been assigned to me and my task. I guess it's the same for everyone. The regular schedule, but here also is an admin section where I can activate, deactivate messages or add custom messages. Logging back out. So this is definitely not the final product, but it's everything I put into the Airtable is here, and it seems to be scheduling those shifts. And now I can go back and work through the details with Claude. But as soon as I realize I need to add a rule, or I want to flesh something out further, I would go back to the Airtable, change whatever rule I need to change or implement new or add tables. If I think about new concepts that I haven't thought about before, I'll go back to my effortless base and rebuild the base, and then immediately it would show up in my Postgres database. All right, that's what I wanted to show. Maybe to add that I don't have any technical background, and I have no idea what Claude built here, but what I do understand is Airtable. I can look at it, I can edit it, I can view it, I can check my rules, I can add new rules, and so I don't have to understand Claude because it's basically just implementing the things that have been decided and formalized here.